Have you ever wanted to get to know someone new, maybe a neighbor or a colleague, but you just felt stuck? You're not sure how to break the ice? We're usually told the best way is to do something nice for them. But what if I told you the real secret to building a connection is the exact opposite?
I mean, it's a basic human thing, right? We all want to connect with people. So what's the best way to make that happen? Turns out, the common wisdom might be leading us astray. Okay, so look at this. On one side, you've got what we all instinctively do. Give something, do a favor, to earn some goodwill. But on the other side, that's the secret. Ask them for a favor instead. It feels totally backward, doesn't it? But psychologically, it's so much more powerful.
And this brings us to something we can call the favor paradox. Let's actually break down why our go-to strategy of just giving, well, sometimes it just falls flat.
Just think about it for a second. When someone does an unexpected favor for you out of the blue, it can feel a little weird. It creates this unspoken social debt. Instead of feeling closer, you might feel kind of awkward or obligated. It can actually push people away.
So, if giving isn't the answer, what is? Well, that's where the pressure washer favor comes in. It's this super counterintuitive technique that actually builds a real, genuine connection where just giving fails.
So what in the world is a pressure washer favor? Well, it has a few key parts. Moderate is a big one. You're not asking for a kidney here. Specific is also really important because it shows you've actually thought about it. But the real secret sauce is that you have to frame it in a way that makes them feel uniquely qualified for the job.
And here is the perfect example. Let's really look at this. Could I borrow your pressure washer? Okay, that's a moderate request. But the absolute magic, is in that second part. I know you've got a great one and really know how to use it. See? You're not just asking for a tool, you're acknowledging their expertise. You're complimenting their taste and their skill.
So why does this work so incredibly well? What is actually going on inside their head when you make this kind of ask? Let's dive into the psychology of it all.
Basically, it hits three powerful psychological triggers all at once. You make them feel important, you show you trust them, and you shine a spotlight on what makes them awesome.
First up, you make them feel important. By asking for their help, you're sending a clear signal that they have something of value, knowledge, a skill, a resource that you don't. It validates them. And let's be honest, it feels really good to be needed.
Second, you are sending this massive signal of trust. A pressure washer isn't some cheap throwaway thing. So by asking to borrow something with real value, you're basically saying, hey, I trust you. I think you're a responsible person. That kind of vulnerability is a total shortcut to building rapport.
And finally, you highlight what makes them them. You're not just asking anybody, you're asking the pressure washer person. It's just like asking your friend who's an amazing baker for their secret family recipe. It communicates, I see you, I see what makes you special, and I think it's cool.
Okay, so we get the why. That all makes sense. Now let's get into the how. How do you actually pull this off in real life without feeling all awkward about it? Here's a super simple, practical guide.
It really just comes down to 3 steps. 1, find a moderate need. Again, don't ask them to help you move apartments this weekend. 2, and this is the absolute key, you have to connect that need to their specific expertise. And finally, number 3, just ask respectfully. Make it a low-pressure situation where no is a totally fine answer. The goal here is connection, not getting a free.
So when you put all these pieces together, you're not just asking for a favor anymore. You're actually arming yourself with this powerful new social tool for building real, authentic connections.
And really, that's the big takeaway here. So many of us think asking for help makes us look weak or like we're a burden. But when you do it thoughtfully, like we've talked about, it's the total opposite. It becomes a bridge, right? A bridge built on trust and respect that connects you to another person. So just take a second and think about it. Who in your life could this work for? That neighbor you only ever wave to? That new person at work you only make small talk with? What's your pressure washer? What's that small, respectful ask you could make that might just turn an acquaintance into a friend? So, who are you going to connect with first?